James here with a quick unboxing and showcase of a new product, guys. This is from Mtanlo. This is a 21-piece car toolkit. Now what this has is it has a non-marrying wedge. It also has a nice long hook, and I'll kind of talk you guys through what these pieces do. Plus it has some air bladder bags and some other tools. But first, let's pop it open and give you guys your look at what's inside this. And I almost just cut my wife's table. So inside this, guys, is all the tools, right? Now you get the toolkit right here in a bag. It's definitely, it's not the best of bags, but it's a bag. It does have a hole in the bottom, guys, but that is all from shipping. That is not the company's problem. So inside here you have a little pouch that snaps open, right? Then you have all your tools in it. We're gonna just slide everything out and give you guys a little rundown of everything. So bag will go aside, right? So you have a metal pry bar. This is good for pulling up panels, door panels, and stuff like that. Just be careful because this is metal. You may scrape your paint on your door panels. The second is you have two Wedge airbags. These airbags are bladder filled, guys. These are quick and simple. They do come with the little pumps. So if you guys need the pumps, easy to use. Just grab it, like plug it right on, right? You will have to use a little pressure to connect the hose. So hopefully once it's on, it'll pop a nice tight seal. So just remember, you guys, you're gonna have to put it on, right? Start pumping, it'll start popping, airing up, and it'll actually go pretty wide, which is cool. Hopefully you guys can see that, nice and thick. If you guys want to deflate it, very simple, very easy. I'm just gonna let it air out. You have two of those in two different styles. You have a long wedge or you have a big square, right? Two pumps for that. You have the non-marring wedge. What this wedge is for is, and I'm gonna bring it a little closer, door panels. So you stick it up in your door to pry open the hole of your door to give you enough room to put the airbag in. Then you pump up the airbag, which will give you enough room that you can then grab, let's say you're gonna have to screw some pieces together, right? Take your metal handle here, screw on the center section to add some length. Now, you're definitely gonna need at least the 3 pieces. Then you add the end hook. This end hook, once it's screwed on, will be able to go in and hit your door lock, or to reach in and grab your keys, or to reach in and grab the door handle and pop it open. Just several pieces. Then you have a flathead Phillips head screwdriver that breaks down. Very cool that they add that in there. I apologize, guys. Then you have more trim panel removal tools. You have a L wedge or the Z wedge. You have pry hooks. These pry hooks are good for the fasteners, to pop the fasteners without breaking them. You have another little smaller Z wedge, and then you have a pry tool. All very nice, made out of PVC, which is cool. Then you have a whole bunch of hooks and pries. Some of these are for pulling out your stereos out of your decks. You have several styles of these guys. Or if you guys need a hook to reach in and pry a little trim panel piece that's hiding a screw, you have all these screws. So you have 7 or 8 of those in here, different styles. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go out to the car. We're going to take the hook, right? The non-marring wedge. Now we're going to take the airbags. And we're going to actually try to unlock the car door on video. So guys, give me a few. We're going to go outside in the sub-zero weather, test this out. We're not going to take everything. I don't think I need everything to try the unlocking. But we'll try this, give you guys a view of it as we do it. So give me guys a second and we'll be outside. Okay guys, now we're out to my car. This is a Lincoln. We're going to test it on the Lincoln with these toolkits. So you guys see how the bag's laying here, hanging out the side. First we're going to need the non-marring wedge, right? You're going to have to find the position that it'll fit in, and just make sure that you're very careful with prying, right? You don't want to break your plastic trims or your other trim panels. We are going to grab the square airbag we're going to try and fit it down in and feed it in, right? Tighten it up. Start pumping it. See the mirror wedge up here, marring wedge, actually coming. We now have a nice gap going. So now we're going to grab the hook tools. We're going to estimate how long that we need it. We're going to actually just go with a 3-piece chunk, right? Make sure it's screwed in. We do not want to lose this. Now, my doors are completely locked, right? So we cannot get in. Hopefully the alarm doesn't go off. That's what I'm worried about. So 3-piece should be enough. Hopefully it's not too much. And screw it on. It takes a few minutes to screw the stuff on, right? Just make sure it's nice and tight. Take the piece in here, start feeding it through the door. Now hopefully, oops, hit the camera. So we're going to move back. We are now inside the car, right? So we're in the car. Feeding this down to the door is actually going to be a trick, right? So unfortunately, because of the bend and angle, it does not want to fit where my door handle or lock is on the door. But if your car door was in there, we could do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually let's try and take a section out. It may be a little too long, which is possible. Just take a chunk out. You guys will hear the neighbors in the background, and I apologize for that. I think that might work better. 2 chunks, guys. 2. Just make sure it's screwed on. Now, this is where it's going to get tricky. I'm going to grab the airbag piece and the wedge. I'm going to actually pull out. And there we go. We are in, and it works. It actually did not bend anything. We're going to close the door. Make sure everything's nice and lined up. Gap's good. No plastic trim pieces broken. Anyways, we'll go back inside and talk about this, right? So we'll be right back. Okay, now that we're back inside, you guys saw it in action from the Mtanlo kit. So let's talk about this kit a little more. The carrying case is just that. It's a carrying case. Unfortunately, it got ripped in shipping through. The box was ripped. So not really anything you can hold against them. That's just a shipping issue. So you do have a carrying case. Yours may come in better case, but, whatever. Pry tools. Pry tools are a good plus to have if you want to remove panels of your car and stuff. So that's a good kit to have. A lot of pieces, guys. Very worth the money. Now, the piece that we want to talk about is what I just did, and that is with the marring tool. As you guys see, it is a marring wedge shape, almost like a wedge you would use for chopping wood. Make sure that you angle it the proper direction so you are not prying your plastic panels or, chipping your paint or bending your door frames. As you also seen, we used the bigger square wedge. This fit in my hole a lot better, went through and helped push out, and worked very, very well, which is surprisingly, I'm happy that it worked as well as it did. Now, if that single wedge didn't work enough, you could have added a second one if you really needed. Very quick and easy to, pump up and let air out. I love how quick and easy it deflates. Now, on my car, you guys saw it first. We tried with 3 extensions, guys. That is a pretty long extension of 3 pieces. I went down to, I believe this is almost a 20-inch section or so. So we went there, but you can go all the way up to, I believe it's 58 inches with all 4 pieces. Depending on your car, you may need 2, 3, or 4 chunks to get it. Now, if you used all 4, you probably could reach all the way over to the opposite side and unlock the door that way, or maybe the center console. If maybe you guys have a door lock down there in the center console, you could do that there. My door locks and handles are on right up on the side. So by luck, when I went down to the 2 pieces and flipped it around, I was able to hit the lock so I can open the door handle from the outside, which worked great. Now, if I needed to hook my door handle, this angle would not have cut it. I would have probably had to put a little bend in it somewhere else to give it a slight more angle to reach into my door handle. Or, like I said, add all 4 and try to go across the way and pull the driver's side door panel, since we went through the passenger side. All in all, the Mtanlo 21-piece kit, guys, works well for opening your car doors. I can only imagine that all the pry panels and tools like that work just as well. I want to thank you for checking out this video, guys, and have a great day.